I think there's something to be said for that slow approach and your recognition of like, let me walk before I run here and let me put this together in my own time, as opposed to what is maybe traditional or the stereotypical thing for entrepreneurs, to
Yep.
your point, to grind. You did it your way. Let me take it at my pace. And I mean,
Yeah, and
that's interesting to me, you know?
yeah, I definitely like took a longer timeline on it too. You know what I mean? Because
You
like,
made sure to get it right.
yeah, well, I'm also I'm not sure. I wasn't sure, right? You know what I mean? And confident. I always say confidence is an earned trait, right? And I didn't have any confidence at that point, particularly at least on that endeavor, right? I
Yeah.
had some form of market like this would be something type of deal too, but I never. I didn't. At that point, I hadn't raised capital. I hadn't gone through any real engineering work. I hadn't
Yeah.
really done any of the necessary grit work that's required for you to actually have a vote of confidence. So I was kind of more or less like tinkering and meandering with it too, to be honest with you, because I mean, it was it was an identity thing too. Like as much as I was like, I want to be in entrepreneurship. When it came, I'll be honest, when it came push come to shove, I was like, oh boy, this is a lot. This is a lot more than I planned or expected. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I would be sitting here lying to you if I didn't like at least come up with alternatives in my brain at some point. I'm like, is there something maybe a little bit easier? But the path of least resistance is normally not the path you want to go down. And I've heard that, and that sounds so corny, right? And you hear that, right? But actually, in principle, in real life, when you're faced with hard decisions, is when you need to remember that principle the most. And
Yeah.
give a shit if it's on the wall. It matters if it's an application. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, when it's easy and there's no decision. But when
Yeah.
it's hard and you're sitting there like, boo, maybe do I need to do this? It's not a maybe. It's you don't want to do that. And it's decision time to
Yeah.
do the thing or not. And usually you just until you make the right decision, you're just with it over and over and over again.
Yeah. Exactly.
I've
Exactly.
found. And I'm
Yep.
stubborn, so I've been met with them a couple of times.
I believe it.
Certain
Yep.
ones.